Let's find a comfortable seat. Let the jaw go. Let the belly soften. And we'll open up our space with any gesture of choice or a bow. Let's just start with a little bit of silence. Just tuning in the way that feels good for you right now. You could lie down if you want, or you could remain sitting, but we're just moving into our body space, our awareness, checking in. Noticing what the quiet brings up. If there's any feelings of discomfort, any habitual tendencies, just note them. And deepen the breathing. The thoughts are just like revving engines that are moving by outside. Sometimes they pass. They bring different emotions, but then they always fade away. New sounds, new thoughts return us back to the moment. Feeling the rising and falling of the breath. Just starting to deconstruct any bracing, any tightness or clenching that we've cultivated through the day, and just letting your shoulders melt, face can unravel. The organs can just relax, filling out the form of you. Just nestling in inside yourself. Letting go a little bit more with each out breath. Maybe we place our hands on our hearts, just an option to just put the hands somewhere. And send yourself a little kind message. To say something sweet. Let it linger. And letting that go. We'll shake it off. Come back to the space. Arrive where you are. And we'll find our feet to start by standing up today. So just stand up. Find your feet. Maybe just like a little bit of tapping into the floor. Marching in place. Maybe it's a little bit sudden after sitting in meditation, but we're still meditating. We're finding our feet. We're meditating on the support of the feet. So can you pull your whole mind into what it feels like to be the padding on the bottoms of your toes, of your heels, all the little round parts, the arches. And then you can stop the marching and just really feel that compression. The floor coming up to meet all the different padded parts of your foot. Let the knees be soft, let the belly unclench. It's like a standing meditation now. Feeling this balancing act. Feeling the sole part of your body that's touching the ground right now are your feet. Just notice how that's keeping you up. Your feet are your base of support. And now let's just dangle over our legs. Just drop your torso like a rag doll. Just let it hang over. Still feeling all four corners of your feet in the ground. Just let your whole torso get really heavy. You could even like do a rag doll motion, just like side to side. Feeling everything just, no bones, no muscles. A little floppy jaw. Let the head and neck just go. The knees are soft. And everything can just release. All the little spaces in the spine and the neck. Little jelly packs between the vertebrae just turn to spongy softness. And we'll just dangle here for a moment, just feeling the support of the floor and the weight, the gravity. If it starts to become a little difficult, simply return to the breath and see if it's manageable. You cannot resist the struggle. Allow space. Steady breathing, bringing our attention back over and over to this stable sensation, the support of the ground. Letting all the thoughts just drop out of the head. Letting everything just leave the crown of the skull and let it drop into the earth. Awesome. Good job. Now you can release that, come back down, arrive in a squat. So you can take a block and place that underneath. You can go without a block, or you can put a bolster under there. You can just let your arms come down, or you can come into a prayer. And just finding your edge here, finding exactly where it feels like, oh, that's where I feel sensation. That's probably where my limit is. Can this be workable, or do I need to dial it down? Or do I need to just see what happens and adjust accordingly? Finding a space that's workable, that you feel something. Finding that meditative state again. Joining your body and mind. Sensations come like cars passing outside. They're only temporary. Just a little bit longer here. Notice where you're adding some extra tension, maybe in the shoulders or the face, or even the feet might be gripping a little bit. So just notice that. See where it can become more free, where you can find ease. Go towards the ease. Okay. Now you can use your hands for help to get you maybe off a prop. And just climbing down onto your knees. We'll come to the floor, belly down, and just feel all the surfaces of your front of your body are now on the earth. Different than just having 2 feet. There's a lot more space here, a lot more support. It's simple, but there's quite a lot to feel here. It's what's going on, how we relate, how we learned very young in infancy how to relate to the world. It just seems so natural, but here we are, stuck on the planet. And we'll turn this into a half frog. So just bringing that right knee up and your right elbow towards your knee. Just finding maybe some opening on the left side. You can extend that left arm. And you're compressing on the right. If you want some more sensation, you're more than welcome to do a full frog. You can come back into child's pose with your toes pointed together. And then just bring your hips forward and allow your toes to come out. Something to consider, something to try. You can play with your edge and find what feels good for you. But I'll let you know when to switch sides. Or maybe you're just going in for the long haul full frog situation, but it won't be too bad. Some thoughts are louder than others. Perhaps just noticing what's most apparent right now. Is it sensation? Some kind of story? A desire to be elsewhere? Some kind of project? A person? As all of those things flash through your mind, you can just notice what's watching. Something witnessing from a distance. Whole drama. The ever-changing landscape of the mind. One thought after the next, morphing and changing, layering. You can go ahead and switch sides. You've chosen to do half frog. Just sliding your limbs out on the right, tucking them in on the left. Continuing in a full frog, or maybe going back and forth. Child's pose is also welcome here. There's the breath. Just noticing where it is. Maybe we imagine that there's a layer around us of skin that feels kind of tight. And with each exhale, that layer just kind of dissolves or is peeled away. Taken off. Almost as though we're being squeezed. And with each exhale, maybe we're released a little bit more. The pressure's off. And wherever you are, just find yourself flat on your belly. Just unfolding everything, coming back into maybe an X shape on the ground. Decompress here. And in no fancy way in particular, just flip over onto your back. Just notice what it's like to have your face and heart, chest, belly exposed to the ceiling. Different. It's a new relationship to the space. Center yourself. Allow your body to be breathed. And now let's bend the knees and bring the feet a little bit wider apart. Like maybe if you had a mat underneath you, it'd be like mats width apart. Let's just tilt the knees over to the left side, kind of like a windshield wiper that falls all the way down. And this is great here. You can just hang out here. Or you can take that left foot and place it on top of the right knee. Give it a little bit of weight. We're in this windshield wiper twist. And your arms can just stay at your sides, or you can bring them over your head. You can let them rest on your belly. You can always put a blanket or a bolster on top of your foot or your leg, adding a little bit more sensation if you wanted. You can always add or take away. Becoming the twist. Embodying the shape. How does it feel? deep inside. How does it feel? Where are you compressed? Where are you extended? Notice all the lines and shapes, bendy parts, soft parts. This is a poem by Chris McCombs called Go Deeper. Go deeper, past thought into silence, past silence into stillness, deeper still, past stillness into the heart. Now, let the love consume whatever is left of you. Like ice cream that's just dripping, melting. Let that foot, that left foot, slide off the right knee. Really melty, really small. Just feel the difference once the weight is gone. Gradually swing those knees back up to center. You can give them a little rock side to side, feeling the pelvic bowl rolling against the floor. Just feeling the roundness, the heaviness, the muscles it takes to move back and forth, how it all really feels. Take your time with it. And then when you feel ready, you can just knock your knees over to the right. This time, placing that right foot on the left knee, giving it a little weight. Adding or taking away. Just this little gentle tug in this twist. It's pulling on different meridian lines, creating openings and channels. You can almost feel the organs getting a nice stretch. deep tissue massage. Staying with sensation, feeling of being in a body, being breathed. Listening past the thoughts. And just like before, pretend that your foot is very heavy, made of molasses, and it's dripping off the leg very slowly till it gets to the floor, and then feel the absence of that pressure, how it registers. You can bring the legs back up to center. Give them a little rock again. You can even bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and squeeze. But we'll just find a block or a medium-sized bolster, and we'll come into a supported bridge. And maybe you'll stay on the lowest level. I guess we'll change it up a little bit, but you're welcome to always go to a medium-sized level here for a little bit more space. We'll just start in this bridge. Nothing fancy yet. Just raising the hips, allowing the head to release. Finding yourself here. So maybe this is when you want to have it on the lowest level. We're going to change now to figure 4 that's supported by the block. So just keeping the left leg bent, you can drape that right ankle over the left knee. And you can always stay here, or you could lift your hips up and just kind of let the block do the work for you. You don't have to use your arms here to hold on. You could even extend that left leg if you wanted to. That adds a little bit more weight, more sensation to this figure four. But as always, you could always use your hands if you wanted to, or you could put a block underneath that left foot and just have it be passive here. Or you could put that left foot up against a wall. Lots of ways to support yourself here. And find that right amount of sensation that you're looking for tonight. Feeling your body. Feeling the floor, where the floor meets the body, and where the body meets the breath. Let each exhale unsqueeze you a little bit more. Relieve some of the pressure. Listening for the story that's loudest for you right now. Just noticing that this is a thought, a story, a memory. And it can just as easily change into a new thought, a new story, a new memory. And it will change into new thoughts. Watching the ebb and flow. Even the physical sensation constantly changing. There's always some subtle movement. Something to anchor our awareness. If you have your leg straight, you can bend it again. And wherever you are in this figure four, you can start to bring it closer to the ground, unhooking that right ankle, and just return back to a bridge. Perhaps you lift your hips up a little higher, and you're always welcome to take the block out if you need a moment of not bridge, not block underneath sacrum. But you're welcome to stay here, experiment with height for a moment. You can even unbend the legs if you want to. Try that on. Feeling the floor. Bending your legs again. We'll do that again on the right. So crossing your left ankle over right knee. And then any amount of lift, any amount of support. And straighten that right leg out. Just find this little balancing place, the block underneath the sacrum. Or any of the aforementioned variations. Go deeper, past thought into silence, past silence into stillness, deeper still, past stillness, into the heart. Now, let the love consume whatever is left of you. Really absorbing the shape, feeling yourself immersed in your limbs, behind your eyes, inside your chest, the volume within the belly, the hollowness of the throat. Without pressure, without holding. Practicing letting be. If that leg is straightened, start to bend it. Bring your legs back down, unhooking the left ankle. And why don't we just grab that block out from underneath us and come straight to a flat back, allowing that lower spine to release back into the floor. You need to bring your knees into your chest to just do an alternate way of moving for the spine. That might be a nice contrast. You can also just keep laying straight, flat on your back, moving any way you desire. And we'll start to move into a shavasana kind of space, but you're welcome to take a fish with a block in between your shoulder blades, where you can spread out over a big bolster, let your shoulders come to either side. Or you can just spend this whole time in any shape, any form, lying down, standing up, lying in your bed. Grab a blanket, whenever you want to get super cozy and comfortable. Nothing to really figure out right now. You can imagine that there's a little pillow next to you. You can just take your thoughts, all those things that are consuming the mind today, and just place it on the pillow. All the memories of today, even, just place it right on the pillow. A whole yoga class, put it to the side. And you can rest there. You can always return back to it later, but for now, you can take a break. Why don't we let out one big exhale? I'll just read this poem. Personification of quiet. I came upon quiet the other day. It was over by the little pond, out of everyone's way. I wasn't looking for it. I was in a hurry. But there it was by the oak and big rock with nary a worry. Of me it may not have been aware. I tiptoed and spied on its presence. Out of place it seemed, calm and fair, contemplating nature's essence. It cast its gaze upon me, some lime green duckweed, and absorbed a whispering breeze, gently tossed a ray of sunshine into the trees, and smiled a flutter into some leaves. Its peaceful countenance rested in a family of sandhill birds, majestic, unhurried, and together. On their morning walk, speaking of nature without words, musing and of a feather. Quiet, it seemed to me, was a contemplative being. The more I watched it, the more I began seeing. It shivered slightly, sensing its breeze, and fluttered a gaze back to its leaves. I came upon quiet the other day, as if by prophetic accident. But I got busy and turned away. I wonder where it went. You'd like to transition out of Shavasana. You can start bringing some movement back into your body. But you're more than welcome to stay here. And as always, we'll close with a dedication to all beings. Whether you're upright or in a little fetal position or maintaining this stillness, we'll wish our practice to benefit all beings tonight. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. Closing with a bow. Thank you.
Thanks, Sadie.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.